Live, y'all. We're just going over the recap of T Nathan and his relationship, not even relationship, stalkerish relationship over Miss Mia. But I want you to go into the beginning how you met T Nathan and how it started with you
How I
guys.
met
Matter of
T
fact, start how
Nathan.
you started with TikTok.
Oh,
Hmm.
how I started with TikTok. I first came on TikTok just to do pranks. And then I only had like 1,000 followers when Ahmaud Arbery passed. He got hunted down. And I did a video calling out the allies. I was like, yo, where the hell y'all at? Like, if y'all are out here, we need you. And that video blew up. I got 30,000 followers in 1 week. It just blew the hell up. And, I'm not an influencer, never been one, never said I was. So I didn't even know what to do with my platform, to be honest. But I saw that people wanted to hear me speak. So I started speaking. And then that's when the big Trump supporting stuff was going on TikTok. So I was battling Trump supporters and white supremacists and stuff like that. And throughout that time, T. Nathan took notice of me. Actually, a lot of members of the fold took notice of me, but I didn't even know because, again, I wasn't paying attention to none of that shit. I was fighting three percenters and stuff.
All
So,
right, so the fold was started before you really came around, right?
yeah, the fold was started way before me. I don't know how many months before me, but they were started before me. I was on TikTok. I started the whole social justice stuff in March of 2020. I didn't know about the fold till about September of 2020.
Okay.
So
All right.
they started taking notice. They started seeing my content. I did duet a few of the fold member stuff, but I didn't know they were in a fold or in a group. I just liked what they were saying at the time and I duetted it. And then in September, 14 members texted me and asked me to join a TikTok alliance. And so at first I was like, no, I don't do the groups, right? But they were basically saying that if you join this group, all it is creators that support each other. We are going to fight against racism. We were going to get pedals off the app. We were going to, organize protests, organize fundraising. Like, it was supposed to be this great group. I wasn't going to join it until Vanessa Douglas asked me to join. And when she asked me to join it, I was like, okay, well, if Vanessa's in there, it must be, a good group. Let me go ahead and see. Mind you, at first we were in a group me chat. We were not in a Discord. We were in a group me chat at
Give
first.
me that. Mhm.
And that's where I got to know T Nathan.
All right, so the group me chat is the one that's on Instagram. God, I'm old.
No, no,
I'm
no.
old.
This is a whole app called Group Me.
Oh, okay. So I
Yeah,
didn't know
it's a
that.
whole
Okay.
app called Group Me, and it's basically like a chat app, just like a Discord, but Discord is like more complex. It's just a simple chat room where everybody goes in there and we would just talk to each other in the Group Me chat.
Right.
And
All
then
right.
T Nathan moved us to the Discord.
All right. Were you in the Discord that he moved you to, or did he? You didn't even make it to that,
No,
right?
I made it to the Discord because I was in the
Okay.
Group Me chat first.
All right. Any notable names in this Discord that we should go over, or just run by? You
Um,
don't have to be important.
no,
That's up to you.
you talking about now or
No,
back
no, no. When you
then?
were in there, when
Oh,
you were
when I
in
was
there.
in there, and Callie was in there, Glam was in there, Gen Extra, which I really respected these women. I Am Kenza was in there. Who else was in there? Barbara Warren. Um, who else was in there with her? I Speak was in there. Um, I didn't really see Young Merc that much in there, but I knew he was part of the fold because we were using his music to promote
Okay.
fold stuff. So I know Young Merc was there, but I didn't really see him in there. There was Glue Man was in there. I mean, it was a bunch of creators that were out here actually doing the work. To be honest, it was not what you see today.
Day. Right. Something
Hmm.
completely different today. All right.
Hmm.
So, how did your relationship? Oh, I keep saying, how your stalker relationship start with T Nathan? Where did it all go
Well,
bad for you?
when I first got in there, he got my number because that's what you do. Everybody talks to each other, and he would call me all the time and try to tell me or ask me questions about my account, and it started to get on my nerves. And the first time I realized there was a problem, it was during the second blackout on TikTok. We had a blackout for just having black creators post and everybody else, kind of pull back, and I had boosted the blackout. And he called me and asked me why I did it. And I said, well, I wanted to support Lethal X at the time because it was her blackout. And he told me he didn't want me to do that because he had a problem with Lethal X. And I told him to go suck it, and I still did it. And that's when the real, we started getting little battles right there
Mhm.
because he would call me to ask me to do something, and I would tell him, no, it's my page. I do what I want. And that would get him upset.
So basically, he's real controlling over
Oh, yeah.
creators that he think
Only the
is part of
only
his
the
group.
women though. He wouldn't do that with the men. So when the men tell you that he didn't tell them what to do with their account, they're not
Hmm.
lying. They're telling the truth. He did not bother the men. It was mostly the women, especially the vocal ones like me and Gen Extra. He would call Gen Extra all the time trying to tell her what to do. So it was mostly women. He had a misogyny problem. That's when I started noticing the misogyny in the group.
We see that a lot now.
Hmm.
Well, we did see it a lot when he was out. But go ahead with your story about how this all.
So let's see. So I started to get the native community was getting attacked by two black men. And they started coming to me asking me, they seen the fold, they seen what the fold was about, they seen what we were doing. So they were asking us to help. So I went into the Discord and I asked people like, hey man, there's two black guys attacking the native community. We gotta stop this shit. And T. Nathan told me that because one of the creators, his name was Dr. No Job, because he didn't have that many followers, he didn't want to do anything about it. And I got pissed. And then I started to realize, I'm like, well, if we're going to call out white people for their disrespect, we got to call out the black people
Black
for their disrespect. And this black man decided to attack a native child, called him a $5 Indian. I mean, went off on him. And
people.
one of my native friends asked me to go check the video out and see what's going on. So I went and saw it. I got real pissed, went back in the Discord, say, hey man, we need to help the native community because our own is the one that's doing this shit. They all ignored me, man. They all ignored me. A couple of them wanted to give me history lessons and shit. And I'm just like, I don't need
Right.
no history lesson. I need to go and get Dr. No Job. So I got mad. I did what I needed to do with Dr. No Job and I left the fold because in my head, you're already annoying me by calling me and telling me when to post something, how to post it. T. Nathan would send me links all the time to duet his videos. He never duetted mine, never boosted
Right.
me, but he was constantly asking me to do shit. And the one time I go in there and ask y'all to help the native community, y'all ignored me. So I left, but I left quietly. I did one fuck you video and then that was it. I left. And then
Hmm.
the people that were in the fold, I was still cool with. They were still following me and I was following them.
I'm not knowing you. All
Yeah.
right. So, uh, when did the problems really start? Now, we know the issue that happened with Vanessa when he got locked up the first time. So go ahead and start from there if you like.
When he got, well, the reason why T. Nathan, we gotta go back to the reason why T. Nathan really was upset with me anyway, is because I believed Vanessa and some other women about DA Select.
Right.
And I started to support these women and support Vanessa, and T. Nathan didn't like it. He didn't like the fact that I was able to throw my account out there and say, hey, man, there's a problem, a predatory problem in the fold. So after that happened, that's when T. Nathan started stalking me because he felt like I was problematic. He didn't like the fact that I would call him right in his face. I didn't give a shit. So that's when he started stalking me. The first problem that really got the beef between me and T. Nathan is when Vanessa and another creator, they were beefing. Investors can't save you or whatever the hell it was. It was not in good taste. But
Hmm.
because we thought that Vanessa was dying because she lied to us, told us she had cancer, he was doing that. And then the video got doctored and sent to T. Nathan, and he attacked me and the business. And then he commissioned I Speak 19 Stupid to go ahead and do videos on me. He did 4 videos on me on that time. People did not like what was going on, right? So they were telling I Speak he was tripping. Like, you can't be going after a black woman's business or whatever. And then, so it was back and forth with me and I Speak, back and forth with me and T. Nathan. And then there was a creator who seen on TikTok what was going on, and that creator told me they could help me with a lawyer. That is when T. Nathan went from one, I mean, like it was like a 2 or 3 to 10. Because at this point now, I'm saying, you coming from my money, you coming from my platform, I need you to shut the hell up. So I'm going to send cease and desist to everybody that was bothering me at that time. And I did. They even
Mm-hmm.
posted the cease and desist on TikTok to show everybody that I was sending cease and desist. The only person I couldn't send one to was T. Nathan, because the original address that the lawyers had for T. Nathan, he wasn't there. So he
Mm-hmm.
didn't receive the cease and desist, and he kept talking his shit. So that's when we went looking to see where he was so we can send him the cease and desist. So finally in August, we found out that he was in Arkansas.